Hey, can you tell I've been, it's late in the night, it's a little dark in the house, and by no means is anything I'm going to say here any threat of any kind of violence from me. But, you know, I've been ashamed to be an American for a long time. A long, long time. From God being kicked out of the schools to the 64 million babies slaughtered before they even had a chance to take a step. Slaughtered. Don't say it ain't fact, but it is. Then we got Trump to give us a glimmer of hope, and the attacks come from all over and from everywhere. So do your history. Look up why the founding fathers gave us the Second Amendment to bear arms. It had not a fucking thing to do with hunting deer, fishing, or feeding the family table. Not a damn thing. It had to do with when these assholes that are in charge of us lose control and lose everything and stomp us in the ground, that we got a way to come back. Yeah, the founding fathers just, back then, they just knew everybody had a musket. They never knew that I would have a little pocket pistol and the government would have nuclear rockets. They didn't know that. They couldn't foresee that. So we all know that if this bullshit corruption continues and we end up with Joe Biden as president, you will find out exactly why there's a Second Amendment. Because the vast majority is not going to cower to the dictates of him or any other government or any other governmental bullshit that you hear about, like where I live in Jacksonville, Florida, right? The mayor's out there, and they show the most decrepit pictures of these school buildings, right? All spider webbed, busted out desks, broken pieces of tile. Oh my God, life is so sad, right? And schools have been closed for a year, more or less, right? And all of a sudden, but, oh, hey, join me, because my kids go to public school. And this half-cent sales tax will save us. But don't remind everybody that every time you turn around, you raise my property taxes to pay for school improvements, and I have had no children. I'm a childless man. When I was married, we were a childless family. So let's not forget about that. I continue to pay, and every time they want to raise my taxes, I pay a little more. But now cry for this freaking half cent. Cry, 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 cry. You can see, yeah, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I don't want to be here anymore unless I have someone like Donald Trump telling me that we're one nation under God, one God, right? Telling me that we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But if your right to life is taken away, what the hell do the other two mean, right? Right? Does no one else believe this shit? Huh? And don't come after my house, right? I didn't even know what to do because it looks like I'm going to be a lone bone in the family. In other words, when I die, so will my lineage. And I think, I couldn't figure out what to do. I don't think they'll do it right when I want to leave my home as an abandoned teenage shelter or a battered wife shelter. I don't think they're going to let me do that. So I don't want the government to have it. So maybe I can put it in my will to take money out of my estate that's going to really go to no one but charity, to destroy the house so the government doesn't get it. All right? So now all we heard from the Democrats and Adam Schiff was Russia, 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 Russia. Russia, 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 Russia. Now that they got Hunter Biden's laptop, now it's Russia, 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 Russia. From Adam Schiff all over again, but from the other direction. But the head of the security intelligence, who is Ratcliffe, says, yeah, Schiff is head of the intelligence committee in Congress, but he doesn't get any information unless it comes from our office. But he's got a First Amendment right to go on TV and lie just like anybody else does. So I've had it, man. I've had it. I've had it. I'm 63 and I've had it. You wouldn't think so much could happen in 63 years so quickly. Things didn't used to spin as fast as they do now, but now they do. And people don't pay attention because nobody can pick their head out of their fucking cell phone long enough to cross the street. And you know I'm telling the truth, because what they do, they walk right into you. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Man, fuck you, pick your head up, right? Right? Yeah, I got a concealed weapon license, so I had to go to school. You know what they said? You need to be aware of your surroundings, not just for your safety, but other people, because now you're allowed to be armed. So you have a duty. Your head needs to be up, needs to be on a swivel. You need to be looking around at your surroundings, not down at your damn cell phone. Look at your cell phone when you get home, or when you're in your car, in the parking spot before you pull away. But no, does anybody do any of that? No. We got a 74-year-old rich man running the country that doesn't need any of this shit. Have you ever seen Trump Tower when he lived there in 4 levels? All the furniture layered in gold, just like King Solomon. But no, had to be divine intervention. Because why would he give that up just to get a $400,000 a year salary that he doesn't accept? And nobody gives him credit for any damn thing he does, right? Nothing. And I'm just, you can see the tears coming in my eyes. I'm emotionally, physically, and spiritually broken down, and patriotically broken down. Now they want to say Rudy Giuliani's in coerce with the Russians to take down Biden. Guess what, assholes? Rudy Giuliani's the same as me right now. He's a private citizen. That's all he is. He's no longer a public official. He's just another private citizen. God bless him, man. And you people that vote for idiots like Adam Schiff, really? And Elon Omar and AOC, how in the hell did you pull the lever for these people like, and how could you pull the lever for 800-year-old Joe Biden, who's done nothing, as they say, nothing for 50 years, nothing. But in case you haven't known, I'll give you one thing. For your prince, your hero, your modern day Jesus Christ, Barack Obama, who's hanging out on his private island now with all his millions and millions and millions of dollars that, oh, that's right, CNN's not going to report any of that. Look it up for yourself if you can get past the censorship that Google and Twitter and anywhere you would look anything up online is all freaking, it's censored. So we might as well be in the Communist Party of China. We might as well be in the People's Republic of China as being America. I'm tired of it. There's a lot of people tired of it. We're also tired of the fact that there's only one race in this country that for some reason seems to matter. They're only 13% of the population. But every time there's another story and they go, oh my God, the mayor's that race. Oh my God, the chief of police is that race. Oh my God, they're all Democrats. Why are all these problems going on? And they want to blame me, a white Republican. Okay? Dig it. Figure it out, right? Figure it out. Why? Because nobody cares about the poor black kids in the gang shooting each other in the ghetto. And check it out for yourself as we end. The most dangerous place for a black child in Chicago, Illinois is in his mother's womb, because his number one cause of death is abortion. And then carry it out one more space like I did and find out that the number one cause of death in the United States is abortion. So you don't think COVID ain't God saying too much innocent blood, 64 million lives, while we keep talking about Hitler killing 6 million Jews, which was atrocious. We killed 64 million babies by trying to say it's the mother's body. Take a look at the ultrasound. It's a separate body inside of her with its own arms, feet, legs, 12 weeks, toenails, fingernails, everything. And no one freaking cares. No one cares. The platform of your Democratic Party says abortion on demand at any point in time, and in Virginia up to and including birth. 24 hours after birth, they still get an option. Listen to me. Look at my eyes in the camera. Listen to me. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help some young girl out there that has been told that life is nothing, that what's inside her is an inconvenience, like having a case of the shits, and it's not. I'm trying to help somebody. YouTube will probably take this down, and if they don't, when I send it to Twitter, Twitter sure as hell will. Don't. The truth is the truth, right? Except by the grace of God, therefore go I. If you don't know what that means, look it up. It's in the English language, right? And every time I want to give up, he reminds me. He said, Keith, when you were at your worst point and your evilest point in your life, I died for you. I was beaten beyond recognition and nailed to a cross for you. For you. Not once you learned better and then all of a sudden you knew better. No. And then before he took his last breath, those that nailed him up there, they didn't ask for forgiveness. But before he gave up the ghost, because it was not taken from him, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. While they were still spitting at him on a cross, he forgave them. I can't do those things. I can't do it. I can't forgive like that. Our country's been demolished. It's been taken away. God's not going to protect us anymore. Maybe he's using me as a tool to say, hey, this is our last chance, man. 64 million innocent lives, and you worry about 200 freaking thousand COVID deaths. It's nothing. That's nothing. That's half the number. That's not even half the number of people that die from smoking every year. But we got to have that cigarette tax money in these states so damn badly that we're not going to get rid of tobacco. So there you go. Here's the truth. You're lucky if a vaccine is 30% effective, and then of that, you're lucky if 20% of the people get the shot. Look at the flu shot. We're lucky if 20% get it, and it's somewhere between 20 and 60% effective every year. The only thing, what you need is just what President Trump has said. Once you're sick, is treatment. So you go in, right? As it stands right now, everywhere I go, ER rooms and everything, they do the damn temperature check and the questionnaire and all that bullshit, right? And the way it goes is, if your temperature's too high or whatever, you don't get in. Okay, so maybe I got COVID, but I can't get in the ER because I show COVID symptoms? Then where in the fuck am I supposed to go? That's why we're dying, right? Cuomo sends the people back COVID positive to the nursing homes. And the nursing homes are too stupid to say, we're not going to accept these patients back, you dumbass. President Trump has a whole ship sitting in the harbor to take care of these people, you dumbass. You can't, we're not letting them back in here to kill the rest of the residents. But no, why is that? Because just like you freaking working people with kids, you don't want to pay daycare. You don't want to pay for daycare what it cost me to put my dog in the kennel for the night. So you wonder why things happen to your kids? Because the people watching your kids make minimum wage. Think about that, right? You want a minimum wage person watching your kids, and then you want your kids to go to a free school that people like me pay for that have no kids, so that you have no costs involved with your own damn children. And then, what did they do this year where I live? Let's stuff the bus. Nobody can afford pencil and paper. I said, damn it, man, come on. The schools are closed. So they rectified it on the news. They said, we realize the schools are closed. So we're going to stuff the bus virtually. So how are we going to do that? They said, send us money. Send us the TV station money. Really? Send you money. You know, I hadn't been blessed with a kid. But I've rescued dogs, okay? I've never always done everything right. I've done a lot of evil things in my life. I'm the most vile, evil son of a bitch that you're ever going to run into next to a gang member. I goddamn guarantee I am. But the Lord's allowed me to live long enough. Years is what gives you wisdom and insight into your ignorance, okay? But when I go rescue a dog and bring it home, you know what? Big light goes on and says, hey, you're responsible for this animal now you brought home, your companion animal. He's going to cost you money. You can't go out in the middle of the street with a bucket and say, help me pay my dog's vet bills. Why should I do it? I worked with a lot of mothers, single mothers, families. It wasn't always single mothers. And I said, what the hell's the deal? You make the same money I do, and you're bitching about insurance and your kids, and aren't you on the family plan? Oh no, I make 40 grand a year. I can still put my kids on Medicaid. Why would you think I would spend my own hard-earned money taking care of my own kids' health care needs when you can do it? Yeah, 40 grand. Why, you can do it. You can do it.
Our philosophy is pretty simple.
So at the very least, at the very least, if any jackass was ever allowed to have an abortion, it should have came along with a hysterectomy and the tubes tied and taken out. Every damn thing that could have been pregnant should have been taken out. Taken out and handed to them in a bag, along with the aborted baby in a plastic bag, handed to that mother so she could find out, because they won't show her at a time, so she could see, you had me kill my fully formed baby? You never told me he was ready to go. A few more weeks and he would have been fine? You told me he wasn't nothing but a blob of unrecognizable scientific blob of shit. Oh, I get it now. That's right. Planned Parenthood sells the parts and the DNA and the fetal tissue and makes all this money. But nobody cares You don't care. I care. I can't do anything about it. I care. You don't care. Why don't you care? You know why you don't care? Because every step you take, you got your damn face buried in that damn cell phone. So take that cell phone, polish it up real good, get it nice and shiny and slippery, turn it around sideways, and shove it up your candy ass, and go away. I'm angry, and I'm out.